Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Edna here. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for joining the family. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you to the Edna's family. So today I wanted to do a video about the lessons I've learned both from a public university and a private college or institution. So first of all, when I finished Form 4, the reason why I've gone to two colleges, after I finished Form 4, I joined Kenya Polytechnic. I did a course by the name Diploma in Land Survey. So there I went and began with certificate. Since my grades, and I didn't do geography in high school, so because I didn't do geography, I had to start from certificates to do land survey because I wanted a course to deal with mathematics. I like mathematics, so that's the course that they started. So the reason I went to two colleges was because after high school I wanted to do a course to do with mathematics. So that's why I ended up doing land survey. So I went to do my certificate in Kenya Polytechnic in Nairobi, Upper Railways. So that's cool. You can call it a public, university. Then after I finished my 1 year napoleni kwa sauti za pikipiki na magari. So back to my story. So when I finished my certificate, school fees ilileta shida kidogo because we are three in our family and all of us were in college. So I had to stay home kidogo so that the rest finish and then I come back to school. So that's where I preferred to go a different school since everyone that I was studying with for certificate had already proceeded to diploma. So I didn't want to be in a class yenye I'm new, I'm alone. And then their courses begin in September. And my dad got school fees in January. So I wanted to go to a school immediately and not waste time at home. So I stayed home like 2 years. Then I went back for my diploma in Regional Center for Mapping and Resources. It's along the Thika Road, Upper Roysambu, opposite Kasarani. So I'll give you the lessons I've learned from studying from both schools. Since now in diploma I've done it for 3 years, in public I was there for 1 whole year. So the different experiences that they taught me something. So one of the lessons not even lessons, the comparison between now the public university and the private college that I both learned from. So one of the lessons is that one of the things I'm a comparison is the competition. But then in private colleges there's a lot of competition in terms of, you see, like in class I'm a high school, so you used to compete who's gonna be number one. So that hype and that energy is also in private school for some reasons. I don't know why. Like if you do well in exams and you do well than your friend, they kind of feel some type of way. Yet when I was in public, that was not a big deal. As long as you're not having a fail, as long as you're having a pass, you're good to go, my friend, you're good to go. So that is one of the major things I noted in studying from the different places. And the best thing is when you're going to school, you study for your own self and for your own good, and do your exams and work hard and do your part. So another one was class attendance. The comparison. So the class attendance in private, my friend, duty roster. They're like duty rosters for high school. You need to be in class. If you're not in class, that's a case. And even you can, like, there's an estimation of a percentage of in a term how many classes you've attended. So if they are less than 50, the school can decide you're not going to sit for exams. Exams won't sit for them. Whereas in public, even the lecturers didn't even concentrate with marking the sign sheet. Like they will bend over their head and then they are trying to mark the result. So they'll be like, Edna, who when they're calling out, even someone else who's called Ashley can respond and say present, and they'll just, because they're not precise about the attendance list, and even they'll not even use it. So it's just for their own report to show they went to class and there are students in class. So that's another difference. So make sure if you're going to a private college, attend your classes. Or your parents will be called. Like in regional, if you don't attend classes, like the percentage is below 50, they call your parent to inform them you haven't been coming to school. Now you can guess the drama that it causes at home. Another one is the resources. So the resources for me studying in private were enough and more. Like the machines we normally use in the field, like for me in my course, they were enough, they are more, they are plenty, they are, there are preferences that you get comfortable with what you're learning, and even if you need something for the course and you address it, you're normally like provided, or it's followed up to make sure you get something that will help you. Whereas in public, my friend, the machine was one. Okay, we have done survey, a machine called Total Station. We had one TS, and yet that there's diploma, there's certificate, there's degree. So all these groups are using the same machine. So they were inadequate of resources. Like I didn't get to get to use a drone in my certificate yet in regional I was able to use a drone. And also the people who had done certificate in regional had already even been taught how to use a drone and were like familiarized with different machines and survey. So the resources in public, Another one was the mode of teaching. The mode of teaching, like in private colleges, like the teacher is following up and even if they miss a class, they communicate and say they will recover it at this time, so you guys create time. Yet in public, the teacher can be, you can see a timetable, then maybe one of the unit is cartography, and you'll never see that teacher. He or she is yellow or blue or green, you'll never see them. Like the modes of teaching are different. And then in private, like they will teach you with the how are they called, hard copies. They'll teach you the hard copies, give you soft copies for you to follow up. Yet in public, mnaweza hata tumia hiyo sheet kwa WhatsApp, ujipange na hiyo unit. So the mode of teaching in private, it was good quality, and the lecturers were very serious. And if you complain, they'll address the issue. Another one was peer pressure. Wow. In private colleges, where there is peer pressure. Hey, tufanye hivi, tuvae hivi, twende huku, wewe uendangi club, kuna peer pressure too. You will feel it within the group, because now everyone is doing one common thing. So they want you to also join the group. Whereas in public, if on Saturday you normally go to church, that's none of their business. Like everyone in class is not concerned of your business. That's if you don't go to club, if they ask you, hey, so we go, and then tell them, I don't do clubs, they are cool with it and they go on it, like their life moves on. But in private, everyone will know. Plus it's small, so everyone will know, nani endangi, etna endangi, etna fanyangi. The peer pressure, by the way, it's top notch. And then in private school, a lot of children are from rich families. It's private, it's expensive. In public, unalipio school fees na government, the school fees is reduced. But in private, they are paying their own school fees. They are rich kids, the status of their homes. If you can use maybe 50 shillings for breakfast and 100 for lunch, then they're using 300. They have been given 300. So how are you going to compete with that people or hang out with them? They wonder, why are you not eating 2 chapatis? 5 chapatis, yet you get full with 2 or 1. Peer pressure. So the best thing, just know yourself and stay your lane. Just stay your lane and be aware there is going to be pressure. Dress codes, performance, they're just going to be, if you don't perform, they're like, oh, so she's beautiful and the brain is empty. So it's a lot. So if you're going to the 2 schools, please make your decision wisely. I'm your big sister, I'm telling you, and these are my own experiences. Maybe yours will be different. If you pray hard and God to cover you, they'll be different. Another one was food. Okay, food in public, it's cheaper because it's like a government institution, so it's cheaper. So if you have an ID, maybe rice is 30 shillings and dengu it's 50, so it's cheap, and then it's many, so you'll get full. Whereas in private, my friend, food is expensive. It's less because they have added spices or whatever. It's expensive for unreasonable things. The tea is not 10 shillings like in public, it's 10. So in private, it's not 10, it's 20. Samosa, that smaller, you saw the one we used to eat in our school, like in the private, 25. Yet in public, it's 10 bob. How? So my friend, your finances, you will learn the hard way. So the food is cheaper, even like drinks, like soda. So utapata, like in public, the drink is maybe 45. The drink is 25. whereas in private the drink is 40 or 45 or 35. It's at another, you know, expense that is unreasonable, because we are still students and you're given tickets to go to school. Another one is that, okay, let me get the difference. Another one is that, okay, when you're in college, can you like try and join different clubs? There are normally many clubs, like both in both schools. So in both private and in public, there are a lot of clubs. So make sure you join them, and they have different experiences. So in private, you might be catered for tickets, maybe to go a certain place like Mombasa for sports and food. You know, in public, you'll be catered for. In private, you'll find you're paying for the trip, but the food is on you. So join different clubs, also know their importances, and you know. And then when you join in public, when you join different clubs, and you know you are participating even in sports, you can get first class honors. But in private, they don't care about that, by the way. Either you join or you don't join, your results are what they are going to give you. But in public, at least there's that an advantage that if you join any sports, at least first class honors, and you are besties, yeah, and being referred to. So that's another difference between the two, like experiences. Another one was units. So units in public, you'll find even the how is it called, the timetable. The timetable, it has been written maths, cartography, photogrammetry, and then it has been there down. The teacher will take you through photogrammetry and the class. And you might finish your course and never have met that person, yet you're going to be brought for exams, or they will even send you handouts. You read for yourself, that's your problem. You read for yourself, they will bring exam. The exams will not miss. Whereas in private, 1 week, if a teacher misses one unit, that one is a complaint. You go even to the office and you're like, hey teacher, photogrammetry has not come to class, why? And you're given legit reasons, and they'll come to apologize. Because if sorry guys, so if they don't come to class, they are followed up, and probably even their salary is threatened. So the units, please just be aware. If you go to public, don't get stress or depression. People have gone through that and they passed. So read your handouts. But when you're in private, at least there is good follow-up, like you know the topics, you know where the topics reach and everything. In public, it's a lot of missed units, you know. It's a lot in public, but it's also fun. It's also fun than the private one. Another one is missing the results. So you have had this common. If you have not had like from me, you'll hear it from others. But when you're in public university, then you fail maybe a paper, or even you did the paper, but the lecturer is not following up, so your paper goes missing. So your results are missing. You will not graduate with your friends because a certain paper was not marked, and maybe even they disagreed with the school about the payment. So the lecturer was recruited, so they don't have your marks. You will sit for another paper to do the paper. They are missing results and marks. Yet in private, my friend, if you do a paper, within a month you're supposed to have the results. Like a paper, you should have a paper like this one, that's your marks are written there and how it was marked and how you wrote, you know. But in public, you may never even hold a paper that you did, maybe for 1 minute. The rest, you just see results on the notice board, or you're sent for in the messages or something. So in public, there are a lot of missing results, and they normally cause a lot of chaos because it's expensive. So if your paper misses, you pay for a receipt. Yeah, so yet in private, if my paper miss, you know, there's that can register you right if you have done the paper. So as long as my name was there and I've signed, and the lecturer can't see your paper, that's a case. That is discrimination. That's a case that is very, very sensitive, that you will it's going to be addressed, because why are you missing my paper? Why? And they sat for it. So, and then you can follow up with the lecturers. Now in public, where will you get them? Probably that person comes to teach one lesson. The next lesson is at Daystar. The other one it's at somewhere else. So the lecturer is only in school within the hour of your course time. After that, they are gone. They don't have offices even in the institution. So I think for private, that is really good and nice, you know. So those are my my 10 or 9 comparisons between the two universities. I hope if when you're making the choice, you make the right one, and also enjoy, my friend. Enjoy throughout the midst of all that. Enjoy. Okay, thank you. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Also watch the next video that is coming up about the lessons I've learned from college. And goodbye. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to the family. If you're not subscribed, kindly subscribe. On road to 1K, guys, so subscribe. I can see the views, so make sure you subscribe, because you can be watching and you're not subscribed. So kindly subscribe and join the family. Comment down below of ideas or even your own comparisons if you have learned from different like colleges, your own comparison of the schools. Anyway, goodbyes. I hope you have enjoyed. Bye.